Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United's player of the year is, ta-da, it's Ronaldo. Of course it's Ronaldo. I don't think there was any doubt. If you do a poll, Ronaldo's going to win it. He's become the Arsenal of 7 years ago on Twitter, where if you did a poll, they were always going to win it. You used to get loads of Arsenal fans attracted to a poll on Twitter like wasps to an open can of Red Bull. You know, so Ronaldo winning was never a surprise. I suppose the key question is, does he deserve Player of the Year? And ultimately, I don't think you can argue against it. Personally, I would have gone with De Gea. I think this season is the worst season we've ever had. And I've seen De Gea win it deservedly in previous years when we've not been good, under people like Van Gaal, etc. And we haven't been good this year. And I do think De Gea has been remarkably good and made a lot of saves. Albeit in vain, but he has been, for me, the player of the year. He's played the most games as well. Ronaldo has missed a few games at different points. So I would give it to De Gea over the course of a season. The best performer has been De Gea for me. But Ronaldo is a GOAT of the game. And look, I think there are some performances from Ronaldo that have been great. When you think about the hat-tricks against Norwich and Tottenham, when you think about that goal against Atalanta out of nowhere on the edge of the box, he got us through to the knockout stage of the Champions League. I know we didn't do anything about that, but he did. But I also would say, when picking the Player of the Year, it's almost embarrassing that there were top three candidates released a couple of days ago: De Gea, Ronaldo and Fred. Because De Gea and Ronaldo you can live with, but whoever was the third option, you were going to go, what? And it could have been Fred, it could have been Varane, it could have been Sancho, it could have been somebody else, but they were never going to be anywhere near Ronaldo and De Gea. I believe Ronaldo has won it because if you run a poll, Ronaldo will win it. I mean, he's got half the bloody world follow him on socials, don't they? So he's going to win a poll. But it would be interesting if there was a fairer way of doing it. And nothing's fairer than a vote, but what I'm saying is Ronaldo is ridiculously popular, so he's going to get a lot of people who vote for him because they adore him. If it was done if you could find a way of being fair and looking at it pragmatically, I think it would be a lot closer between De Gea and Ronaldo. I'd like to say that Ronaldo's hat-tricks against Spurs and Norwich that gave us 6 points single-handedly are the reason that we got 6th place. But that would be nonsense. The reason we're in 6th place is because Brighton got it for us. We did absolutely nothing to try and secure that. If West Ham had turned up against Brighton and performed and won, or won another game somewhere else, we would not be in the top 6. So we're in the top 6 and in the Europa League, thank God, by default. I don't think you can really say it's because of De Gea or Ronaldo. It was a terrible season and we got a little bit lucky at the end. Having said that, over the 38-game season, which was appalling, and it's the worst Premier League season we've ever had, as I've said, I seem to say on every show, Ronaldo and De Gea come out for me with two performances that you could probably stick in most sides, apart from Liverpool and Man City, and they would be two of their better players. They have performed well. They've just been surrounded by complete and utter rubbish. So I think both of them deserve something of a shout-out, but ultimately I think we're all sat here going, really? We just want this season to move on. But 18 goals in the Premier League for Cristiano Ronaldo in a side like that is remarkable. I think, on the other hand, David De Gea, I think, at one point had made more saves than any goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think he was beaten by the Leeds goalkeeper and maybe one other by the end of the season. But it just shows you how busy David De Gea has been and how well Ronaldo has performed. And we're talking about one of the greats of the game. I couldn't believe it when we brought Ronaldo last season, and I don't begrudge him winning Player of the Year. As I said, I would have gone for De Gea, but probably that's just one. I think if you did run that, I think Ronaldo would probably win it anyway. So I've got no problem with him winning it. It's not unusual for outfield players to win it over defenders or goalkeepers anyway, and ultimately goals get remembered more than saves. I just think that ultimately the desire around this Player of the Year has probably been the lowest ever. I think the most important thing is not necessarily to win Player of the Year. I don't think Ronaldo's going to be putting up pictures of himself winning it, because Ronaldo's career is based on winning genuine things, and I think it's almost embarrassing to win Player of the Year this year. I think the most important thing for people like De Gea and Ronaldo, and they are the only two across the course of the season. I know some people say Fred finished the season well under Ranić, and I think he did. And Sancho finished the season reasonably well when he played as well. And there were a few others who did okay, but not over the course of a season. I think over the course of the season, Ronaldo and David De Gea were the standout two players, and consistently the two standout players. Yeah, they had a few bad games in there, but over a course of a season, they're the only two players. And that's shockingly embarrassing, isn't it? And I don't want to turn this into a negative, because I think we've got to look forward to next season and hopefully have a good summer. But how embarrassing is it for a Manchester United squad where there are only 2 players really that you can consider for Player of the Year, because they're the only 2 players that showed any consistent good performance over a full season. Everybody else was shockingly bad. So, look, I ain't going to lose any sleep over De Gea getting it. I'm not going to lose any sleep over Ronaldo getting it. I knew Ronaldo would get it because of the way it's awarded. I think Ronaldo will win it next year, even if he plays 5 games, because he's got such... If you run a poll, Ronaldo will probably win it. But in this season, you can see why. And there's been some big moments from Ronaldo. You know, you think about his first game, which was the Newcastle game. You think about that Atalanta, the goals at home against Atalanta and Villarreal as well, the hat-tricks. I think it's been a remarkable season, and I think the biggest compliment I would play to Ronaldo this season is this. Manchester City wanted him. We swooped in and got him. We had to do that. We had to convince him to come to us, because it would have been horrible to see him playing for Man City. If he had gone to Man City and we had allowed that, I think that Man City may well have won a Champions League. I know they won the league. I think they may well have won a Champions League, because what we've seen from Cristiano Ronaldo this year, and if we're absolutely blunt, Ronaldo has wasted a year of his career. He has. He's not wasted it for us. He's a legend. Most of us love him. And, we want him at Man United. It was a dream that he came back. But in relation to his career, there's probably 7 or 8 clubs he could have gone to and had a much better season. He wasted a year of his career. He basically won plaudits by proving he could do it in a crap team. But really, at 37, he should be enjoying the end of his career in comfort, doing things he wants to do and enjoying football. And if he had gone to Man City, he would have scored a lot more goals than he scored for us. And 18 in the Premier League ain't that bad. So Ronaldo, I think, comes out of this season still one of the best strikers in the world. He's always going to be one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. But it's in a way, it's sad. It's sad for us, the fans, and it's sad for him that he has effectively wasted his season at Manchester United because of the other players around him who just aren't up to it. Let's hope he gets a better season next season. But I'm not going to say well done to Ronaldo for winning Player of the Year, although actually well done. But knowing what he's achieved in the game, I don't think this will rank very highly for him. I think this is about credibility. And Ronaldo and De Gea came out of this season with credibility. So there we go. Thanks everyone for watching. Give us your thoughts below. Make sure you smash a like on the video. And I'll speak to you very soon.